Man, y'all, I don't know what be wrong with some folks. I was on this thread on Threads, and they were talking about like door dashers or whatever, and then this one person gonna say because the driver said, well, if there's no tip, I'm just not gonna take it because it's just not worth my time. And a person responded to them, y'all, and said, well, you're just not desperate enough for the job. Why would anybody be fucking desperate for any fucking job? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, who is you cool? Like, y'all, that shit pissed me off so bad. It pissed me off so bad. And I don't even do DoorDash. I do grocery shopping. But it still pissed me off so bad because the fuck you mean? Like, I was raised that ain't nothing free in this world. That's how I was raised up. Okay? I was raised up ain't nothing free in this world. You should not expect nothing from nobody. And so when I see stuff like that, it just blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind because ain't no way. You want luxury, but you don't want to pay for it. The mama used to always say that, too. People want something for nothing. But ain't nothing free in this world. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Like, get your ass up and go get your own food. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Like, I think it's crazy that somebody would say that. Well, you're just not desperate enough. What world are y'all living in? Do y'all understand? Listen. Honey, if you are so desperate that you would stay somewhere where you wouldn't want to be, or you would do just anything, that's bad. That's bad. You should never, ever be in a situation to be desperate. I don't care what situation it is. Being desperate is what gets you killed and gets you poisoned. That's what gets you poisoned. You should never be desperate. That's why these corporations getting over on folks now, because y'all desperate. Jesus. Like, I really don't care, y'all, what my situation look like. I'm always trusting God. I'm never going to be desperate. I'm always going to know that God going to work it out. Like, there's no way. There is no way you would say that to somebody where you're just not desperate enough. When you asking them to do you a service. It's so crazy. I don't even know what I want to eat. Y'all almost fainted in the shower. I have not eaten. I didn't eat last night because I just fell asleep again. I think that Mediterranean salad was really good last time I had it. I can't remember. I want to try something different, but then again, I'm like, oh no, they backed up. I picked the wrong day to come get something to eat. But I literally just almost fainted in the shower. So I gotta eat something. Damn, it's my turn. I don't even know what I want, y'all.
Hi, thank you for choosing Panera. This is Stephanie. How can I help you?
Hi, can I do the You Pick 2?
Okay.
And I'm going to do the Mediterranean salad.
Okay.
Then,
the Mediterranean salad, do you want chicken on it?
Can I do it with no chicken?
No chicken? Sure thing.
Yes. And then I'm going to do the broccoli cheddar soup.
Okay. Do you want a cup or a bread bowl for the
a cup.
Broccoli cheddar?
A cup, please.
A cup?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, and then can I do a large papaya green tea?
Okay, the large papaya green tea?
Yes, and instead of bread, can I do chips?
You said what? I'm sorry?
Instead of the bread, can I do the chips?
Oh, sure thing. Of course.
And then I'm going to do one of the cherry croissants.
Okay, like the cherry pastry?
Yep.
Certainly. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Do you have a phone number with us?
I do.
For Ashley?
Yes.
Okay. You have a free birthday pic too. Do you want to use it?
Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, sure. Hey, y'all had a free birthday thing and didn't even know it. I guess it was perfect that I decided to come and get this today. Hey. I just have to eat something. I gotta eat something light though, because I'm still going to dinner. I'm still gonna go to dinner, so I'm trying to save all my calories for dinner. Y'all notice I ain't getting no chicken on it. Just greens and soup. Let me stop. Because I definitely got broccoli cheddar soup. Oh, but yeah, no. Y'all, man, being in a desperate situation is... Y'all, when I was in that abusive situation, that abusive relationship, I was desperate. I stayed in that relationship because I was desperate. And I promised myself I would never again in my life allow myself to be put in a situation where I would be that desperate. Because I didn't have nowhere to live, because, it was always stuff going on with my mom and stuff, put me out and all of that. I literally clung to that boy because he would make sure I had somewhere to stay. He would buy me clothes, make sure that I was taken care of. He would feed me. Like, he would do, like, even though I was working, there would be times where I would work and then stuff would happen. I end up losing my job and I couldn't work. Like, let's say I couldn't get to my job because I didn't have a car. Then you're kind of SOL, because I'm not even going that deep in that. But stuff would happen where I didn't have it. And he would look out for me. Even though he was abusive, he still did take care of me. That's one thing I can't say. He did take care of me. And it's crazy when I think back on it now, like, because he was older than me. And so he would literally give me his credit cards and stuff and tell me to go take my friends shopping and all that. Y'all, I was in high school. And I would go, and the one thing that man, I can't say, I will never be able to say that the man didn't take care of me. He definitely took care of me. He took care of me, I'm going to say, and romanticized me better than any man I've dated in my adult life. I can't say that. But he was abusive. And so I said, I will never be so desperate, put in a situation or place where I have to be that desperate again. And I remember the day when I finally got enough, y'all. And it was just enough. Like, oh my God. Like, there was one time we were at the Quick Trip and I was trying to get away from him. Sorry, y'all. I'm crying, I guess. It's only in one eye, so I guess not crying. I don't know. I've been sniffling. But, what was I saying? Oh, I remember the day, I had got me a car and everything. That's when I had my little 92 Saturn, y'all. I paid $500 for that little Saturn. And I was trying to get away from him. I was trying to break away from him. And he called me. He was like, I really need your help. No. And I've always been like the sucker type. When somebody tell me they need my help, I'm going to believe them, because I would never lie and say I need somebody's help and I don't need their help, right? And so when somebody be like, I need you, I be like, oh. And then I crumble, or I used to. I've learned, I've gained discernment now, but hold on, y'all. Hi.
For Ashley?
Yes.
Is today your birthday?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Perfect. It's just going to be $6.26 for you.
Okay.
You want to receive?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And you said, yeah, you want a receipt?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh, I just put my card on camera, didn't I?
Here you go.
Thank
And I'll order
you.
your food right now, okay?
Okay. But he was suckering. I mean, I was suckering, so he was like, I really need your help. I really need your help, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. So I went out there, and then he was like, can you just take me a quick trip? Because I think he had like messed up his car or something. I can't remember why he couldn't take himself to Quick Trip. And so I was like, okay. And so I took him to Quick Trip, right? And
Here you go.
thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You
Happy
too.
birthday.
Thank you again. And so I took him to Quick Trip. And while we're at the Quick Trip, I was like, I'm going to take him and then I'm going to just leave him there. Because when I had picked him up, when I went to get him, and I can't remember all the ins and outs, but I remember he started tripping. And so that's when he was like, can you just take me to Quick Trip? And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll just take you to Quick Trip or whatever. And so, when I took him to Quick Trip, he was like, you're going to leave me. So, he was like, give me the keys. And I was like, no. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right here. He was like, I don't trust you. You going to leave me. I was going to leave him, y'all. I very much was going to leave his ass. So we started tussling in the Quick Trip parking lot. Y'all know the ghetto Quick Trip in Tulsa? It's not Pot in Peoria. That's dang. What street is that? I didn't think what the name of the street is. It's been so long since I've been in Tulsa. And actually been like around Tulsa. But we was at that one. In the hood. The ghetto one. And so he was like, we tussling. Now while we tussling, I see my cousin and her old man. And they didn't even do nothing. They just let us keep on tussling. So then he threw my phone on top of the Quick Trip. And I kind of hurt a little bit. He threw my phone. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to watch traffic at the same time. Oh, now we doing a UE right here of all places. Are you UEing too? Come on. Bring your asses. So we tussling and all that. And I look up, I see them, and I'm like, dang, they wasn't even gonna try to help a player out or nothing. Like, I just kept on walking like they didn't even see us. Now, mind you, I had lived with this cousin for a period of time when I ain't had nowhere else to live. So I was like, dang, that's messed up. And I'm not gonna say I resent her to this day because of that, but I'm gonna say, like, I felt like they could have at least broke it up, and they didn't. They knew both of us. They had met him because he used to come over and he used to drop me off. He used to pick me up, drop me off for work and stuff when I was living at her place. And so she was familiar with him, she was familiar with me. But they just let it happen. And I was like, damn, what is family really for? And so, long story short, he ends up throwing my purse and my cell phone and everything on top of the fucking Quick Trip, y'all. And so I go inside. I'm like, hey, the guy I was just outside fighting with, he threw my stuff on top of the roof. Can y'all please get it? And they were like, oh no, we don't have a way to get on the roof. Now, mind y'all, this is when I really should have climbed up there myself, because I seen the dang on ladder, like where you could get up there. And so I was like trying to be courteous, and I went in the store first to tell them like, hey, you know, because I didn't want to just get up there and then they be like, call the police on me and say I'm doing nothing crazy and nothing like that. So I was like, let me just go in there and tell employees. And they were like, yeah, there's no way for us to get up there. And I was like, well, what about that ladder that's on the side? That ladder, you know, you can't use the ladder to get up there. And they were just like, no, we're not supposed to get up there and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, well, damn. So now I'm like trying to find somebody to let me use the phone. Or no, better yet, because I had my keys. That was the thing. Because I wouldn't give him the keys, he took my purse. That's what it was. He took my purse because I wouldn't give him the keys. And then he threw my purse up to the top or whatever. But I still have my keys. And Vicky didn't used to live that far from her. Her grandma was not that far. So I rode to Vicky's, I think, and I told Vicky what happened or whatever, right? So when I called his mama, I'm like, hey, your son did da-da-da-da-da. She's like, actually, I replaced the phone. I replaced the stuff in the purse, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't even about that. That was literally a vintage purse. So for me, I was like, that was vintage. You can't replace that. Like, they don't even make that no more. But I'm picking on what you put down. Like, you replaced my phone, whatever, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I can't really be mad at her because she didn't do what her son did. But then he found a way to call her. And so now she's saying to me, she's like, Ashley, can you please bring him home? You know, I'm sick and da-da-da. He don't have no other way to get back. He shouldn't have left. All this stuff, y'all. So I'm like, man, all right. I'm going to do it for you. I'm literally only doing it for you. So, I go back up there. And I get him. I tell him, I said, you better not put your fucking hands on me. Don't touch me. Don't nothing. So as we drive back, he's like, pull over at Chamberlain. And I'm like, no, I ain't fucking pulling over no fucking where. The only reason you in my car right now is because I told your mama I would bring you if she were replace the stuff, my stuff that was in my purse and my phone. That's the only reason why. I was like, outside of that, you ain't even got nothing to say to me for real. Y'all, this man took my head like this. Mind you, he's sitting over here. He in the passenger seat. He took my head like this and banged it into my windshield. Or my dashboard. First he did it to my dashboard. Y'all, I got so fucking dizzy. I didn't have no choice but to fucking pull over. Because I was fucking dizzy. My head was like fucking spinning. So I pulled over. And I was there. I was like, I'm so sick of this shit. And I told her, I was like, I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this shit. This is why I don't want to be with you. I'm so sick of this shit. And he was like, you made me do this. Like he doing all of that stuff, right? And I was like, I didn't make you do shit. I just don't want to be with you. And you can't accept it. I just don't want to be with you no more. And he was like, you ain't going to be with nobody else. You're not going to be with me. You ain't going to be with nobody else. And he doing all that stuff. And I'm like, man, whatever. And so we're sitting here. He there, I'm here. And we going back and forth or whatever, right? And so then that's the second time when he grabbed my head because I wasn't in my seatbelt at this point. And I turned towards him. Because y'all know we used to have automated seatbelts like the 92 Saturn where you put it in a park, the seatbelt go forward, whatever, right? And so I was like, I'm turning like this and we going back and forth or whatever. And then that's when he took my head again. And then that's when he did it into my windshield and cracked my whole fucking windshield. And I was pissed because, y'all, I worked hard to save my little $500 to get that car. And you just cracked my fucking windshield. Like, when I tell y'all, I was drove. But that was it for me. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all the juicy deets. Just hold on. All right, y'all, where I left off. And so yeah, so y'all know the seatbelt come forward or whatever. And so we like this, we going back and forth, But he literally, my whole windshield, and now for me that was like the breaking point. That was it. I had this little golf club in the back of my car. My uncle's baby mama had gave it to me. Because I had told her, I think she was the only person I had told that he used to be putting his hands on me. And so she was like, you always got to keep this in your car because you never know if you're going to need it. Blah, 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 blah. And so in that moment, I remembered that I had the golf club in my trunk. I still got that golf club too. Carrie was messing with the other day. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. I'm so damn hungry. Y'all, I ended up breaking it. But this is the golf club. I broke it that night when I was fighting him. So I just keep it in the garage now because, you know, I don't be with all them shenanigans and none of that because I just don't deal with folks that I have to do any of that type of stuff with. Like, you can't even be around me on that toxic behavior and stuff. So I went and I got it. And look, y'all can kind of tell, like, I literally broke this bitch that night. I went and got it out that trunk. I started banging it on the ground. I was like, get out of my car. Get out of my car. And once he seen I had weapons, he was like, oh, shit. Like, okay. And he kept trying to, okay, Ash, okay, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just not all there. And blah, 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 blah. Now you want to be sorry. Now that I got something, I'm about to knock your motherfucking head off. And so, I was like banging it on my car and everything. And I was like, get out. And I said, your ass can't walk. Because, truth be told, he didn't live that far from there. Like, as much as we used to walk back in the day, he could have walked from there back to the house. And I was like, get to walking. Like, because I ain't taking you nowhere. It ends here. And I remember telling him that. I said, it ends here. You will never hit me again. You will never even see me again a day in your life. And I meant that. I very well meant that. And so I have gotten addicted to these little cherry pastries. Y'all, they just see. So let me eat my soup, I guess. I ain't even blessed this food, Lord. Or nothing. But I'm like, oh, the soup spilled somewhere. I don't know how or what, but it spilled something. I'm like, you walking. It ends today. It ends today. You not putting your hands on me again. And he didn't. I stood on it. I stood on that, y'all. Like, I remember, and we ended up at the same campus, like, because, and I was so mad at myself for this because everybody kept telling me don't go to that school just because he's there. But I did anyways because, you know, when you're in love, you do dumb stuff. And so I ended up going to that campus. Same campus as him. Because he was in college. This happened my senior year, y'all. Shit hit the fan my senior year. Or the summer. The summer of my senior year. So it was the summer before I went off to college. And so I was just like, it ends here. I stood on business. I knew we was going to the same school though. And I was worried about that because I was like, we gonna be on the same campus. He gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Maybe it'll blow over in a couple months, but maybe it won't. What if it don't? So I end up still going to school, whatever, you know. And of course, he would come sit outside my classes. And my professor used to tell him, you got to go. You can't be sitting outside of this class. You can't be sitting outside of class. But he'd be trying to chase me down, I'm sorry, all this, all that. And I'm like, I heard it all before. What Sunshine said? Heard it all before. Like, I heard it all before, baby. No. And so, he ended up getting with this girl. And I tried to warn her. Like, well, I didn't try to warn her. Because I was glad to be away from him. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was glad to be away from him. But I did tell our mutual friends, like, he's abusive. She need to be careful. Blah, 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 blah. And they were just like, she can handle herself and this and this and that. And I was just like, all right. I did my due diligence. I was just like, I put it out there. That's all I can do. I'm moving on with my life. I'm about to live my life. I'm not about to worry about him. Y'all, so fast forward to 2020. I got my building, or my business and stuff, running and all that. So then I start looking at spaces so that I can move it from Traders Village to an actual, like, brick and mortar location, right? So the guy was like, how much he told me I needed? Because I was $5,000 short. I'm trying to remember how much he told me I needed. I was $5,000 short. I probably needed like $10,000 or like close to $10,000. And I was $5,000 short. And I was like, God, how I'm going to get this money? What I'm going to do? Like, help me. If it's meant for me to have it, help me find a way to make this money. This is how you know the devil be listening too. When you be praying, God be listening, but the devil be listening too. I swear to God, y'all. And I can go find the messages and screenshot it. Out of nowhere, I get a message from this man. I ain't talked to this man in years. And he's like, hey, I pay you $5,000 if you fly out to come see me. What? Oh, no, ma'am. I said, God, if that's what it's going to take, I don't need it. I don't need it. If that's what it's going to take, I don't need it. Because he knew the exact amount to offer me, y'all. He knew the exact amount. That's how you know the devil be listening too. Because he ain't one of God's soldiers. That's one of that nigga demon. That's a walking demon. Now, I don't know what his life like now. I don't care to know. But, yeah, that would just blew me. Like, y'all, it literally blew me. It was like either the same day or the next day. After I said that prayer, I was like, God, what I'm going to do? Help me. What am I going to do? And then I was like, I said, because it'd be just my luck. I'll go out there and then he off me for real this time. He was in California, I think, at the time. It was either Phoenix or California. And he was telling me, I was like, how you get this money or whatever? And he was like, I got this real good job. Blase, this and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, ain't you still married? Like, your wife be all on my profile tripping over nothing. Ain't you still married? Like, why is you not? I was just like, sir, you're married. Ain't no way. Even if you wasn't married. Ain't no way. Like, I'm not interested. If I was desperate, listen, baby, you can't be desperate. You cannot be desperate in these streets. People will hold that over your head. But if I had been desperate, I just knew. I said, you know what? It's just not meant for me to have it right now. And when it's meant for me to have it, I will. And so the world ended up shutting down anyways. So it was not meant for me to have it. And that's when I really knew. I said, yeah, that wasn't of God. That wasn't of God. Because at first I was like, dang, was it God? But then when the world shut down on my birthday, it's the 6th anniversary. Literally, it was a Friday when it shut down. And it's a Friday today. My birthday this year, it's a Friday. Maybe that's why I feel like, something is like about to change, because 6 years ago on Friday, the 13th, my birthday, something drastic did change. So, the birthday I'll never forget. The whole world shut down on my birthday. I need to be getting dressed, get dressed for dinner. I was going to straighten my hair. I decided I'm just going to wear it curly. I was going to do my nails. For what? I'm going by myself. Who I got to look good for? Nobody. I'm still going to put my little dress on. I might do my nails. Just because. A little mani-pedi or something. But I'm like, if it's just me, what I gotta go for? What I gotta do all that for? I don't have to. So, what is that? I don't know. Yeah, I was like, it's not of God. So, I ended up having to even shut my booth down for a while. Because they closed Traders Village now. And then they opened it back up, but of course nobody was coming out there. So that really hurt my business. It really did. Yeah, that soup was so good. I'm trying to get every little bit out. I know this broccoli and cheddar, it just hit there. I don't know what it is about they broccoli and cheddar that is so good. They must put natural flavors or something in it. Gots to be. Because when I say it's so good, ain't nothing left, Ashley. Ain't nothing left. It is so good. But yeah. I got dinner reservations for 7. I guess I need to update my reservation because my reservation is for 2 people. But it's just going to be, they didn't give me no fork. No, they gave me a spoon, no fork, y'all. Well, I guess I'll go in the house and go eat my salad. But yeah, it's so crazy. Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Don't live your life being desperate. That's how stuff happen to you. That's how stuff happen to you. Bad things, and not good things, bad things. Being desperate is like bad energy. Don't ever live your life being desperate. Like literally, if you are operating in desperate energy, that's negative energy. It's not good energy. You do not want to operate in that energy. I promise you. Anyways, I'm going to go get myself together. I'll be back later, y'all. Bye.